What's up, guys? My name is Jerry, and I'm joined by my partners Mike, Cisco, and Edgar, and I welcome you guys to the first episode of the Shift Auto and Off-Road channel. Today, we are only going to keep it light. We're going to tell you how we formed Shift and the story of how everything started and how we got Mike on board also, and how we moved the shops, and then we expanded exponentially. So, Edgar, you want to tell the story how we started?
All right, guys, just a little, we'll keep it short, but kind of fill in the details. We were obviously working at the dealership at the time. Like I said, we were doing what people call side jobs. We were doing jobs on our own, on the weekends, stuff like that. And then I was working with Cisco all the time, even on weekends at his house, you know, at where we were working at the time. One day, I forgot what we were doing in the shop.
It was a Saturday, I think.
Saturday, yeah, it was a Saturday. We were talking about opening a shop, and Jerry was also there on a Saturday working on
I was working on some brakes,
something like that.
RAM or something like that, and then I don't remember if it was you or Cisco or both of you that came over to my bay and asked me for some sort of tool or something, and I said, yeah, go ahead and grab it. And then you guys were joking about opening up a shop because you guys had so many side jobs. And then I said something along the lines of, because I don't remember, it's been like 4 years. I said something along the lines of, well, I want to be a part of it, or what's up, let me in, or something like that. I don't know.
It was like, if you guys are down, I'm down. And then me and Cisco were we were looking for a garage already for like these side jobs on the weekends, to do these little small jobs that are coming up, because it was a lot. And then it turned into, well, fuck, man, maybe we have the opportunity to open a shop. We knew we had the workload for the two of us, and then it trickled after that. Next thing you know, we went to, I think one of Cisco's buddies, which is now our buddy, called them, said, hey, there's a little two-bay shop over here where we're at.
Yep.
We went on our lunch break, we went to look at it, and then signed the lease on the spot.
By November 5th, we already had the corporation started, and we were kind of, actually we had already decided on a name, and we decided to start it as Shift Autowerx at that point. So we signed the lease on the spot for that building. Then we moved in. I actually quit the dealership first. They remained on the dealership, and I was painting the walls and remodeling the lobby on that small shop. Remember, because it was a mess. It was a disaster. It looked terrible. So I was all covered in what's it called?
Drywall dust. And
I was sanding the walls and getting all that popcorn ceiling off. It was terrible, but got it painted, got it ready, and then once January 5th came about the following year, we were all ready to go. And dude, you remember at the beginning, we were kind of scared, honestly, because we didn't know if we were going to make it or not, and it was a big jump for us because we've never done anything like that. We didn't know if we were going to make money to support our families or anything, and we were all kind of, just trying to figure it out. And then somehow we just ended up doing everything we could, and we were busy all the time.
We weren't saying no to anything.
Yeah, we those of you that went to that shop, that have been with Shift since the beginning, you know how tight it was over there. 2 bays with a little shack office with a drive-through window. And it was an experience in itself. Yeah, we had 5 parking spots, but we had maybe 8 or 10 cars coming in daily, while cycling 3 or 4. So it kind of became a problem. And then Brad started coming around the shop, and then he came once, and we kind of like, okay, what's he doing here? Came a second time.
We couldn't believe it.
Yeah, he came a second
What?
time. And then I think the 3rd or 4th time he came, and then he kind of tagged us in one of his posts. We were kind of like, well, he's obviously happy with the work. He keeps coming back, and now he's actually tagging us, letting people know where he's getting his stuff serviced,
promoting our business.
And then we definitely saw the shift in the type of vehicles we're working on. Obviously, the off-road and Jeep kind of took over, because we were doing
everything.
Everything you think
Toyotas,
of. The daily
Fords.
drivers, minivans, diesel trucks. We had a couple fleet guys.
Yep. We were trying to. Do you remember we were trying to get
Fleet companies
what was that fleet company that we were never able to get? It was United Rentals. And to this day, I'm like, whatever happened to that? Dude? Like, we never got it. But yes, at that point we were working on everything, and then we shifted into what we were actually really good at, which was Jeeps, and we couldn't be happier at that. We were like, this is perfect. This is exactly what we know how to do best.
Remember the one account that we almost got, but then we stopped like following it was Amazon.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I'm kind of glad we
almost
stopped.
got that fleet because everything was going good, and then. But we started getting busy. And we're like, dude, we're not gonna have room for them.
Yeah,
So
we only had 5 parking spots
So we
at
had
the other shop,
Yeah.
so we knew we were not gonna have enough space for it. And then Mike would come and visit every so often, and he would just say, "You guys are doing great. Don't stop doing what you're doing," and this and that. And then he would tell us that we would be way busy, more busier than we could ever handle, and he kept on telling us that we needed a bigger spot, just like many of our customers that come to this shop nowadays. And
This is the bigger spot, by the way. But it just amplified how busy we are.
yeah,
But we make it work. It's obviously, you guys know, pulling up here. Just because you can't pull in doesn't mean we're not taking you guys. It's an organized, show we got here. So
It's controlled chaos, you could say.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
control
So-
chaos.
yeah, exactly. So anyways, we knew we needed a bigger shop, and then one day, I think Edgar,
I called Mike. We talked because me and Mike. I mean, we always kept in touch with Mike. He got us all into golfing. We always touch base with them and catch up. And
Mike's a bad influence.
Yeah, he's a bad influence. But one day we were on the phone and I told him, dude, this is where we're at. We're too busy. We are actually looking for a bigger location. And you got to remember, it's 3 technicians opening a business, learning the ins and outs of keeping a business open.
We didn't know anything about
Yeah.
that side of the business.
So,
It was,
yeah, anyone can run a business, but it's keeping the doors open with all the legalities, the permits, the fees. I mean, you name it, you're getting from every angle you could possibly think of.
we knew at that point that Mike had experience in all of those areas, and we were gonna move regardless, and we needed a full-time service advisor and somebody to handle the office stuff, whether it's government obligations to all the administrative side of the business that all the permits, all the stuff that we were not really experienced in. We knew that Mike was the guy, so Edgar was talking to him, and then I don't know how exactly the conversation
He
went.
said, well, crap, that actually is something I'm interested in. And I said, all right, well, when can you come to the shop to talk about it?
Yeah.
And probably a week later, we met up with Mike, handled all the details, and it's the best thing we could have done when expanding, because you guys know.
He took a big leap of faith too, man,
Yeah,
because
he
he
did.
left a staple job, a paying salary, everything, and he said, "All right, I'm gonna roll the dice with these guys. We'll see what happens."
Yeah, but this place excited me, and it rejuvenated a interest in me in this shop that I wasn't going to pass it up. I loved it, and just
And we
seeing
were-
what these guys did alone, I had to join. I wanted to join.
He was already our advisor when he was
At the
the dealership.
Yeah, he was,
So-
the 3 of us.
Yeah, 3 of us.
we were in the
So
same
we already worked really well together, and Mike knows how we work. We know how Mike works. Everything fell into place. And like I said, it couldn't have been a better timing. Couldn't have been a better person.
Yeah. So
and you guys know when you call, you talk to Mike. Everyone loves Mike.
he knows his stuff.
Yeah, he knows his stuff, and he keeps it very crystal clear for everyone. He does not sugarcoat anything, and that's what people love. That's what you look for when you.
And
go to
he
a
keeps
shop.
the government away.
He keeps going.
Keeps the
I tried
government
to.
away and all the bad things that come with it. Keeps them away, dude.
Yeah.
So that's invaluable to the business. So, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the story on how Shift started. We will be posting videos. We will try to post videos every Saturday. Obviously, with the controlled chaos that we got going on in the shop, it gets complicated sometimes to film, but we will try absolutely to get videos posted every Saturday. Stay tuned, guys. We got some other episodes coming in. We're going to talk about parts that you have to replace on your Jeep, how to do full vehicle inspections. We're going to be taking some of the Jeep builds that we have done here at the shop from our customers, we're gonna take them to the proving grounds and have walk-arounds with them, and also have them wheel them and make sure that they're operating properly and see how they feel wheeling their vehicles. It's going to be a pretty interesting show. We're going to be posting some pretty cool stuff. Stick around, hit that follow button, and like this video and share. See you guys on the next one. Dude, come here. You're going to help me out. Boom, that's recording. Just press the button when I tell you to stop, yeah?